If you think about it, there cannot be existence of any man without a woman. Some of the things that we're most scared about, conversations that we are really afraid to have, are, especially for men, are revolving around women and women issues. The menstrual cycle, childbirth, labor pains,
Yeah.
everything that women go through to raise a man.
It's not political problem. It is a different problem. I have a problem. My friends, I have a problem.
You are watching at In Heart, your home of authentic conversations.
Karibuni, welcome tuelimishwe kwa masuala ya jamii, tutumbuize sana mbalimbali, tujuze juu ya matukio ya kila pembe, tawapa burudani kwa familia nzima.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men and women. I have a problem. It is a woman's problem. Do we just call these men hunters because they stopped being gatherers? Or is it that women give men mixed signals such that they cannot understand what you're communicating? You know, communication is one aspect of relationship. And when those relationships become or start having entanglements, most of the time we ask, who are we? What are we? Did you tell me? But anyway, let's just say, sometimes a yes could possibly mean no, and a no could be a yes. Muhonja, James, and Godwin are backstage with me tonight. Good evening, the clan.
Good evening, Eli Ogoaje.
Umekuwa sandwiched, what is happening? Kwani
Ni Yesu.
James. Poa, wewe ni nini? Wewe unaitwa James? Wewe kwenda huko. Acha salimie James. James.
Mzito. Mambo vipi?
Hii mtu iko na kierehere. Yaani hata haizi jipea time ako introduced.
No. Mwanja alinipatia mixed signal.
Yes.
How are you guys? How are you guys? Yeah,
We
am
are
I
good,
talking to
we are
myself? Kwani you guys hamna internet ama ni wagawie yangu? You are misbehaving.
Aya,
I think kuna delay.
we are very good. We are very okay.
Oh, okay, fine. Just for everybody that is watching, welcome tonight. Our conversation tonight is rotating about this gentleman that won't stop until he gets it done. And we are asking, do women give mixed signals? Or sometimes when they say yes and they mean no? Is this a situation you've experienced in your interactions as a man or a woman? And what has been your experience? Let's just cut the chase and start it off with the clan that is here. So, gentlemen and the lady between the two of you. Mwanja, do you say no and in real sense you are meaning yes to that pass that is coming through to you?
I should start, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Thank you for having us again. And I want to say thank you to Godi and the wife for having us also, because we are, as you can see today, we are in the same place. We are having fun today. Yanini, yes, hallelujah. On to the point. One thing that I always say repeatedly when I come to this noble show is that I am a feminist. Yes. And I strongly believe in things called women empowerment, and that women should be given equal opportunities. So that means equality and equity, no matter the gender. That's what I believe in. And in this case, I strongly believe that women do not give mixed signals. Yeah. And when there's a case of mixed signals, for example, let me pick a very good example in this case. You've taken me out, Goody. You've bought me drinks, and then you ask me, so are we going home? And then I tell you, no, we are not going home. And then you speak to me, say, see, we can go. And then I'm like, no, I don't want to hurt you, but I'm just saying no, for that matter. And then you convince me, you'll go home saying I gave you mixed signals. Yet my answer at the beginning was no. But you started trying to make me feel like I can say yes, I can say maybe. So we do not give mixed signals. It is you guys who push us into do that. And then hold that thought, bro. Hold that thought. Remember today we are physically. We will fight today. It's Jesus. Aye, you wait. Now, in the case of rape, now you convince. That is coercion. You're a lawyer. You're a legal officer by profession. That is coercion. And then you go home, and then this person now tells you, hey, you made me come, but I'm not. I did not really think I was supposed to come. And then you beg her into doing it. You know that is rape.
Which come first?
Yes, let's demystify the come.
Head on. Today it's head on.
So this is the thing. The fact that you accepted to come consciously, without, you cannot tell me I coerced you, yet I just asked you. I convinced you. You bought into my idea. In the first place, you didn't want. You bought into my idea.
No, I did not. I was drunk and stupid. I was intoxicated.
Then you blame it on your alcohol. You can't say
no. You are the gentleman. The Bible says the man is supposed to protect, provide. You're supposed to make sure I'm home safely.
I provided alcohol, so I have to make sure you.
So do the second part.
I have to make sure
protect me.
I have to make sure you're at my place.
No, you're going to eat me at your place. You're going to eat me. I refuse. I refuse. Allah.
Why is James so silent? James, what are you planning to tell us?
No, it's not a mixed signal. I said no at first because I knew I had other things to do at home.
I think for me, the way these guys are discussing here, and I think the discussion is really getting tough. But the only thing that I know, these people, they normally give us a that mix, really.
After this show.
Mixed signal. Like, just to give you a very simple example. Uko bedroom with your wife, anakwambia na nikilala usinisumbue. Ama nakwambia
naumwa na kichwa.
Na nikikuja kwako, ama umeenda out na ode mwana kwambia but nikienda kwako hapo madhe utanisumbua. Then kama unajua ukija kwangu sitakusumbua, mbona unakuja?
Kwa sababu I trust you to be a man enough to know that my no means no. You people, you are seeking the head. That's why you think the no means yes.
Am I your brother?
No, you're not my brother. But I can't go and sleep at my pastor's place.
Am I your father?
No, you're not my father. But I can't sleep at your place and sleep peacefully.
If I bought you alcohol, you ate my food. What do you think?
Were you at gunpoint to buy me that alcohol?
Do you think I work with you?
Did I force you to buy me that alcohol?
When did you take?
Because you bought it and I was free and the alcohol was free. You know the economy of Kenya, how it is right now. I can't afford to buy myself alcohol. I can, but because you feel philanthropic, you want to spoil Muonja, and then in that mind of yours, you want to go with me home, and then now, no.
Let me ask you. I ask you, are you free? Yes. Do we go out? Yes.
I am never free. I am available for that particular moment.
Exactly. So you should be available for all particular moments that will come
says
after that.
Who? Says who? Says who?
Says the buyer.
Says who?
Says the buyer.
No, you see, it's as simple as saying, I said no. Go home. You've bought me drinks. A gentleman, naturally. You two people, I don't know where you came from. A gentleman, naturally, takes the no for a no.
Kenya.
You guys are called. No, listen. Me, when I was growing up, my dad told me, what defines a man is the fact that a man is always true to his word. Yes. So I have the way James is saying is Jesus is the living God. The way James is saying, Ati, we go home and then I tell you, now usiniamshe nikishalala. You're supposed to be a gentleman. When I sleep, cover me. Tell me good night, my love.
You're not
Tell me.
You're not getting
No,
it.
no, 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 no. Whatever.
Moja, talk about fathers. Do you know what my father told me?
What did he tell you?
When you ask a lady to go out and she accepts, that means a yes.
So why is your father speaking on behalf of women?
And
my father
was speaking on behalf of me.
Because he's a man. Because he's a man like you people. He's a man.
He's a man.
My
father is also a man.
Why is he speaking on behalf of women? Don't. No, Allah.
Chill. Are we chill? Are we chill? Okay, nice. And everybody that is watching, welcome. No, wait. Okay, as you drink your water, I see her, Nania Sema, Godwin, kwani you can't have females friends na kusikia extra. I don't know if I read that right. Na kusikue na extra. I think that was the word. But this is the problem that we have. That most of the time, Muhonja, you say you will drink free alcohol, you say you'll be invited to those outings, and you will feel nothing about it because at the end of the day, you are baby girl. You have to be treated. But there's another mixed signal that I believe we need to discuss, even as we digest this first aspect we've talked about. There's the issue whereby you talk to a lady, and the lady tells you, unamwambia Muhonja, hizi ni salamu nasalimiwa. Hello, Muhonja. The answer the answer that you guys will say, hi. And hey, I was thinking I can invite you for coffee. What would be the natural answer we hear?
Ellie, it depends. We don't have a manual for the answers. If I am available for the coffee, for instance, I am a working woman myself. I have a program that I follow strictly, So if your coffee comes in between my program and it's going to interfere with my program and make me be running late to catch up with things that I was supposed to catch up with, I will politely decline and say, hi, I appreciate the fact that you're offering me a cup of coffee. However, for this particular week or this particular day, I am held up. If I am free, not free, available, if I'm available for a particular period of time, I'll be like, yeah, sure, Ellie, let's catch up and let's do coffee. Because in my heart, I know we are going to do coffee, but you guys are the ones who give us mixed signals. You're calling me for drinks, yet you want to get into my pants. Who is giving the other mixed signals here?
Ellie.
Wait. Let me just develop my hypothesis before you come in, Godwin. So that would be the general answer probably for somebody who understands themselves. They are in connection with their emotions, with their, with their psychological uprightness. But there is another crop that will tell you, but I have a boyfriend. How does coffee invite and boyfriend become answers? Have you heard that? I mean, am I just talking things that don't happen? Godwin?
No.
Ellie, these things happen. And you see, that is the first cue to tell you, please push harder. The boyfriend is non-existent. And then, Ellie, another thing they'll tell you, you ask me out for coffee. Sitapigwa, they're trying to prompt you to know if there's someone else.
Yes.
So if you tell them no, it's okay, twende. So, ndio hivyo. Ukikuja, kwani nilikuwa nakunywa tu coffee. Ama anza kwambia, by 4 inafaa nikuwa nimeenda. That's kwambia you're wasting time. It was not just about coffee.
Ellie, can I before you call out on James, because I know you want to call out for him to speak, please allow me to say this. The reason why you ask me out for coffee and I tell you I have a boyfriend is because of 3 reasons. Number 1, first, I don't feel safe around you. So I have to, even if this boyfriend is imaginary, Godi, I have to tell you that if I come for that coffee, whatever thing you try to do to me, I have someone I can call and he'll come and pick me up from that shit. That is number 1, our safety as women. Yes, Ellie. I'm sure, Ellie, you've heard of things called date rape. Yeah, you call me for that coffee, you muchele my coffee, and then the next thing I knew, I know I'm at your place, and I'm naked and you've done everything and I can't do nothing about it, you know? So number one, if I tell you coffee and this, I am not even trying to send mixed signals. I'm trying to show you that I do not trust you. And I want you to know that someone will come for me. Number two, when I tell you that I have a boyfriend, is because if this boyfriend is there, I want you to know that, hey, I don't want any other thing else. I have someone that I'm someone that takes care of me and I take care of him. And I do not want to spoil what it is that we have. In this case, God will, don't. Remember, I'm sitting next to you. I am sitting next to you.
Burning.
And at that point, I want you to understand that this relationship that we have, we could have dated for years and years. So I don't want to spoil that particular moment. And number three, I want you to know that forget about the safety. Yeah. The fact that I'm mentioning my boyfriend over coffee is I want you to understand that, hey, I can take care of myself. And if I can take care of myself, my boyfriend will come na tulipie mimi na wewe na kulipie wewe Uber uende nyumbani because you don't have money yourself. You don't have.
James, just give me a minute. Before on the flip side, you know, we are talking about mixed signals. Assuming Mohonja, you're single, you know, you crush on me, but you don't want to show me you're desperate, you know. So utakuja uniambie, I have a boyfriend, but in real sense, you want me to push, you know. Nikambe, sawa, you have a boyfriend, okay. It was nice meeting you. Si tuonane. You're like, even you can't push, and you just give up easily, you know. So I didn't mean it. So we're not saying you have a boyfriend. They are assuming you're single, so you're trying to send a signal like, let me see if he's serious. But maybe at the time, I have a boyfriend. Okay. Si tuonane msalimie mkifika home.
Then that's a good thing. That's being a gentleman.
It's not a gentleman.
Don't like, push me. Don't follow me.
No, but
I am scared. I am scared of you.
Mohonja, you're single. How are you going to get married if you're scared of me?
Leave me alone. Who told you I want to get married in that situation? Who told you?
Are you going to date?
Who told you I want to date? Who told you?
Hey, no, I don't need a man in my life tomorrow.
No.
Okay. Godi, I think utakubaliana mimi nikwambie kweli. In so many scenarios may happen. Like, okay, James, you're going na nayo kwako, but nothing is going to happen. Na ukiangalia tu kweli, watu wamekuwa wakisema like nothing is going to happen. Au say hata msai kwambia kweli yeye niko na boyfriend. Lakini the moment ningekuwa hiyo nyumba, huyo boyfriend anakuwa amemsahau. Na pia if it happen like you want to keep your word and you're like I'm not going to touch you. Ama demo atakaga sibuku kwa hiyo nyumba na moods. Paka they'll never call you again. Nakwambia hey but kwani hata naanza kwenda huko nje kusengenya. Nakwambia hey imagine nenda kwa Jemo but I didn't do anything. But you uliniambia nisiku udai hizo story.
Is the same Mohonja atasema. If I had a boyfriend, do you think I'd have come to your place? So then nilikuwa nakuja kwako kuomba.
On to that point, James. Would you rather when we No, would you rather I wake up in the morning and go outside and say James si mwanaume hiyo na niamke asubuhi niseme James raped me and now this is a case and you cannot even stand in a court of law to prove
but you do think
that you did not.
Mimi sorry nimesikia yenyewe, sorry nisikia ni mob ambao dem amemwambia chali mimi mazee nikikuja kwako mazee please mazee don't do anything to me kabisa usinifanye usinishike ni nini chali akagive na sema for the respect let me not do this lakini by the end of the day unasikia the same dem anakaa nje na kuingilia dem chali anasema ati mazee uchadada mimi ndamshuku nenda kwake hata kunigusa
ukienda kwa hiyo committee
sawa unaona hiyo committee yetu. Listen, let me ask you one thing. Kuna kitu, there's a term you guys say blue balls. Uliniacha na blue balls.
Okay.
Yes.
Wait. As you know this kind of English James doesn't understand it. Mohonja.
James does not understand English.
James and English anafikiria unacheza pool table. So guys, let me bring your attention to this comment. This is from Jakita, and she says, for many ladies or girls, no means yes. They will tell you I don't want, but they want you to insist. It's called art of seduction. Mohonja, What do you have to give as a
no,
rejoinder?
no. This is how we promote rape cases, and I'm going to be very serious about this. We do not make rape jokes at all, and I want to educate these men here. We always say there are very many people in committee who are jailed because there's a saying that says ignorance is no bliss. So I want to educate you people. You've grown up in the era of thinking rape is where you tie me on the wall, in the bushes somewhere, and then you rape me, you pull, you tie me. Rape is as simple as sexual intercourse, whether oral or penetrative or any other form of sex, yes, without my consent, as simple as that. And in this case, there are very many aspects. You're a legal officer yourself. You know, when there's a law, there are always clauses here and there are always some points here to clarify on the same. In this case, you cannot say she was drunk and at first she said no when she was sober and then later on she said yes. So I took it like she meant it. When I am drunk, it means I'm intoxicated. I am not functioning properly. I am not. So if you have sex with me at that point and I wake up feeling dirty and I go and report you, that is rape and you will go to jail.
It's good you brought in the legal aspect. Intoxication doesn't mean just because you're drunk, you're intoxicated. It starts with the intention. You know, you cannot tell me one thing when you're sober, and then you say, like, let me give you a scenario, Mhonja. You have had an issue with James during the day when you guys are sober, and you're like, James Leotaniona. The next thing, you go and drink, you come, assault James. You cannot say it was out of intoxication. This is something that you had planned.
That was premeditated. Yes, exactly.
So the alcohol was just like a booster, but it's something you had planned.
But we both agree that alcohol inhibits.
Yeah, it just inhibits your mental capacity.
Yes, mental capacity. That's why you can't drink and drive. And usually you are a good driver.
I understand.
Yes.
So let me ask you, do you think these people, even couples or people who are dating, when they go out and they're drunk and they come and they have their normal sex, is it because they're intoxicated?
Listen. If they have their sex in the intoxication and it was consensual, that is their business. And we also have marital rape, where my husband rapes me in the marriage.
And you see what happens, Monja? Ladies have this tendency.
Amebadilisha topic hapa.
No, relax, moderator, relax. Is coming.
I'm being tempted to have a discussion over rape. This is something,
you know.
If we may allow me, ladies. Kindly allow me, and let's the viewers actually digest that as we proceed with the conversation. Let's come back to the boundaries and mixed signals issues. Mwonja, you've said, okay, well and good, you did not consent. But there is this other aspect. You tell me, I invite you out, and you telling me, but unajua niko na boyfriend. You know, with that smiley that you give, that devilish Jezebel kind of smile, are you saying no? Let's start from there. James, when do you jonge? No, let's start with James.
Sawa, James, you want to speak first? Women speak.
So, Ellie.
Yes.
I think the time them anakwambia, you know, I have a boyfriend. There's a signal she's trying to send. Like,
no, I have a boyfriend. You know, with that smiley face.
Yeah.
Nakwanga na bwana. Ati Jemo unanichezeanga. Ujue niko na bwana. Niko na bwana.
So unaona Eli, akikwambiaga hivyo, there are two things involved there. Anakwambia kitu cha kwanza mwanzo ako box, lakini unafaa ujue in case of anything ako na chali. So as a man, kama mwanamume anajaribu kuambia like wewe mazee, kama hii box unaweza ndenge box yako, lakini wewe kuwa tu prepared, like I have someone niko naye kwa but niko game yako mbaya sana. Hiyo mimi naona ni hivyo.
No, this is my view. Unasikia? All of us are from an African setup. Unasikia? And we know it's never like, it's not good like in an African setup. You just come today, you ask a lady out and she's like, yeah, nimeingia box, you know. It takes time. So, and that's what informs the chase. The lady wants to know how serious you are. Because on the other hand, the lady anajua ukimwambia leo I want you akubali, the next thing itakuwa she's so cheap, she just accepted on the first day, you know. And that's what the mixed signal. So it's become like you have to chase me first to know how serious you are, you know. Because if a lady is serious, like she doesn't want you, she's not giving you a chance. She'll not give you a chance even to go beyond that conversation. She'll be like, thank you for the offer, but I'm not ready because I have someone else and it's not good for me to do that. But when they start coming, it's like she wants to see how serious you are. How long are you going to chase? And what kind of conversation are you going to have? She's trying to gauge, are you the kind of man she wants? And also to create an image that this lady is a wife material. Like it took me time to win her, you know. But okay, I'm thinking of an ideal African lady, leave alone Mwanja.
You're not right.
Mwanja is just a problem.
Moja is a typical African woman problem.
No, he's saying I'm not. He's saying I'm not.
Monja.
Yeah.
Truth be told, men enjoy chasing because they are naturally hunters. A man wants to conquer. A man wants to take over something. Most of you that are probably in a current relationship will tell us and will agree that you didn't just fall from grass to that grace. You are clearly ndani ya matope. This guy came, found you dating somebody else, and took over the government. If that is true in your stories. So you cannot tell me if you are in a serious relationship that you're committed to, as a lady or as a man, you will play along with those things like, nakwanga bibia wenyewe. Unajua ile wimbo ilimba, nishike pole pole mimi bibia wenyewe.
Ya kina Muhonja.
Muhonja niimbie hiyo wimbo ndio tuambie.
I will not sing. I want to dissociate myself completely from anything close to that song or the authors of that song, because these are the songs that promote. Ellie, I want to answer you. Number one, we like Godi has just said, like the message is speaking is about the African women and not Muhonja, and I'm proudly accepting whatever he is, because let me tell you, the African culture has been well known in this world to treat women like they're the least of beings. Even children are treated more with great importance, higher importance than even the women. And I was having this conversation with James today in the morning, and even the religion also does the same. So now, do you know, you guys, if I tell you this, no, I don't want to go out for a date, hey, it's a problem. And then I tell you, no, I don't want to go out for a date because one, I have a boyfriend. Then this means I am calling you in for you to chase. And if you guys are hunters, how is it my problem that you are hunters? What am I supposed to do with you people being hunters? Don't hunt me.
You are the prey.
No,
you are the prey.
I am not a prey. I can hunt for myself.
What do you think? Do you think you are going to hunt vegetables? You are going to hunt you.
No, listen. You think if you come and approach me and you're not my type, I can just sit there and say I have a boyfriend? No, I can't do that.
You see, Mhonja, and that's why
no.
Ellie brought in the issue of boundaries. You know, if you're sure you don't want me and you're convinced you don't want me, be straightforward and be it. I don't think this can work because of A, B, C, D. Even if I'm not in a relationship, I don't think you're my type, or this can't work between us. But stop giving me signals that maybe try to direct me to, like, you know.
Which signals? Now, I don't even want to shout right now, because men, if I shout, you will block your minds. You will not even hear me. So let me speak pole. James, let me ask you this question. I have said no. Yeah. But you, in your mind, you've assumed that Mwanda amecheka kiniambia hiyo, she wants me. And then you say, maybe she wants me to chase after her. So you go and get me drinks. You invite me out for drinks. And then I come because I am available at that particular moment. And then I come. And then now when I'm coming there, we are discussing and we are talking about things. And then I realize, oh shit, he's not exactly, because I am a sapiosexual myself. I believe in intelligence. I love street smart people. if we sit down and our conversation makes sense, trust me, I will tell you, James, I didn't like you because I had this perception of you. But now that we've spoken, I think I like you. And you after the date, you ask me, so do you think we can meet again for another cup of coffee? I will be straightforward and say yes. Now, supposing I've come and then we've had our conversation and then I realize, oh shit, this T censor that part is not even smart. This person cannot even hold a conversation. And then I stick to my answer. And then you guys, in your mind, you know, because Monja is not the African woman who is pleased by these things that we see here. So I think I want to impress Monja with my money. So you start showering me with money. Hapo unamwaga pesa yote, but still my answer is no. But still you're trying to convince me. You say, mlete drinks. In your mind, you're like, ai, Monja ananikataje. Kwa nafikiria mimi nani?
Kuna kitu Eli hapa anasema, like, nimekuita date. Lakini mwenyewe, first of all, the facial expression tayari. Umenismailia. Unaelewa? Umeambia like, unajua mimi ni bibi ya mwenyewe. Unaelewa? Even the tone. For us men, kitu tunaangalia sana mwanzo ni the body language.
Body language.
It's the same tu ukiwa msiki. Unataka kuosina daktari ukicheka. Mimi niko mgonjwa.
Wewe umeniambia juzi kwa kanisa yenu kuna mbaba. Anasema
the same way ukienda usi. Unaona kwa daktari nimesikia sisikii poa na umeona hapa and it's very serious. The same ukija kwangu usikuje ukicheka Niambia tu Maze James, niko na chali na hivi.
So James, kama siku yangu ni mzuri, nina furaha, nafaa kuona ni
jabu. There is something fishy about it, unajua? Wakati unasmile ukiangalia kama niko na
says a man, thinking you're thinking on my behalf as a woman.
Let me tell you.
Wow.
We are talking as men, and we know how we are wired, and we have that sixth eye, and we can see. Monja, I can talk to you today, and I know kama it happen, and I can tell you just a matter of weeks before I get what I want. And you see, Monja, and you see the way you treat me, or the first impression you give me, it will tell me where I'll position you. Because I come today, unasema I'll be straightforward, and Monja, can you go and then it happen? Like huyu ni kan imeenda you know, this is not the order. But now I chase time and then I know but then she's serious about what she wants. Maybe she's not into this, and I respect that. So we don't just judge from the word go like Alisa Maiv, you know, there's a way you can tell me. It doesn't mean you have to shout no, I have a boyfriend so I will not come. Yes, you know.
You people are full of bitch.
The other thing.
So I'll have to massage your ego and say, oh, goody.
The other thing
no.
Umesema tunaenda kwako not having anything. But umefika kwa nyumba, umefika kwangu, vile unakaa tu mwenyewe tu. Unakaa tu mara umefungwa miguu, mara unasema
mimi
naweza pata ticha zako.
Sasa tu nimekuja kwako nilale na suti.
Si hivyo.
Nilale na suti bro. Nilale na suti. Ati ndo nikuonyeshe sitaki.
Nimeenda kitchen nikirudi hivi, mara ushafungua mguu, mara
it is your mind. It is your mind.
You sleep with clothes, mara ushatoa bra.
It is your mind. Sasa nafaa kulala na koti na kholi kurwe. Nafaa kulala nazo ndo one emoja. Nafaa kulala nazo.
Si ufai kulala nazo, lakini kuna vile unazalala. Unajua kuna vile uko kwako, uko kwa mtu. Unaelewa? Tumekuja naye kwa nyumba na Maze, what funny kitu. Unaelewa? Sawa, let's go on. The night. Hata sometimes tuko kwa bed moja. Lakini the whole of that night umenigonga tu Maze na makalio tu Maze.
Kama nalalanga hivyo.
Yaani bro, kwani ushikanishi?
Kama nalalanga hivyo.
Mwanzo class ya tujai.
Unajifanya wani umejisahau, unakuja unajipata.
Na si nimejisahau. So wewe kama mwanaume mzuri nirudishe tu. Lala sister, uliniambia vizuri utaki nirudishe vizuri hapo. Nifunike bro. Nifunike.
Hapo tuko bed ndio. Then it happened that tunaanza kushikana. Then wewe mwenyewe unasema kwa mdomo unasema James, you are not doing this. Lakini una actions. Wewe mwenyewe unanishika pia mwenyewe. You are cooperating kabisa, uko ndani ya game kabisa. Lakini mdomo wako unasema like James, we are not doing this man.
Na kama unanishika vizuri, nifanye aje?
Sasa siwezi mimi
Sijaingia box leo. Sijaingia box leo.
I think tumemaliza show.
Eli,
It's
uko out.
clear. It's clear. No. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Aku wapi? Hapana. Sijakubali because one, Eli, you have to understand, I'm a human being. My body is made of flesh and blood, and I have feelings. So if you touch me, I will feel it. I will feel it most definitely, and I will respond to the stimuli. I will respond. But my answer is no. Don't give me.
Wengine hata washikoni sana. Ni kidogo tu hivi. Kidogo tu hivi.
Sikia, hata ukiingia ndani yangu na ni change mind, you're supposed to withdraw about mission. Yes, about mission. About mission.
Nilienda Ukraine aje withdraw.
Ngoja, the other thing.
Na kama ukienda kamiti tutakuwa tunakuja kuona hapo na maana.
Anasema we're not doing this. Yeye ndo anaanza kwanza kuuliza vifaa vya kazi. Do you have that stuff?
Umefunga mlango.
Hapana. Listen, let me umefunga mlango ndio nionekana torokea
uko nayo kitu. Ukisema huna kabla msema bag yangu. Yeye mwenyewe anakupatia paka anakupatia.
Tunabebanga because you might find men like you who think like you and they want to rape us. So instead of raping me raw, just rape me with protection.
Hata nafaa uende
wewe utaenda kamiti wewe mwenyewe na kwenda kuja kuona kuna
mtu. You are betting a crime. Mbona tena na
No, I'm protecting myself.
No.
In fact, any after this I don't feel safe. Send me policemen. These two people I can't. Siwezi kaa hapa ndani. Siwezi. I can't. I'm done.
Okay. Chill out. I know the pressure is so much, but let's do this. It's still a woman's problem. Nini kinaendelea? You guys cannot hear me. I think there's quite some delay here, and if you're watching us, we apologize. Let's try and see if we can fix this.
Hatukusikii.
I have a problem. My friends, I have a problem. I have a problem. I have a serious problem. It's not a money problem. It is a different problem. It's not political problem. It is a different problem. I have a problem. My friends, I have a problem. I have a problem. It is a serious problem. No, I need love, I need comfort, I need peace of mind, I need support. No man can sort that. Only woman transport that. I need love, I need comfort, I need peace of mind, I need support. No man can sort that. Only woman transport that. I have a woman problem. I have a woman problem. I need love, I need comfort, and peace of mind, I need support. No man can sort that. Only woman transport that. I need love, I need comfort, I need peace of mind, I need support. No man can sort. Only woman transport. Yeah, I have a problem. My friends, I have a problem. I have a problem. Used to joke about it, now it's a serious problem. I have a problem. My unavailability, emotional instability problem. I have a problem. My heartbeat, it's a serious problem. I have a problem. Lack of sense of touch,
Oh, yes, woman's problem. Woman problem, that is Fadili Itulia, and he will be here this coming Thursday. So that's me, Godi. That's it. Yeah, some Friday tunaenda Easter edition. So stay connected because we have so much happening right here on Heart in Heart. Before we took this needed break, hey, Mwonja was on fire and she agreed at one point she's just human and she responds to stimuli. If you touch her, she receives. And when she receives, she welcomes. But then, hajakupea consent. That is where the problem is. But as we come back to the conversation, now we want to establish how then do we set boundaries. Ukiniambia mimi ni bibia wenyewe na unacheka cheka, what are you trying to do to me? I'll tell you a story, and now I'm joined by Muhonja and the clan. Let me tell you a story, guys. I was on phone with this beautiful lady, and then there's this guy that came and was trying to hit on her. And the lady told this gentleman, you know, why are you hitting on me? I have a husband. And the gentleman continues like, yeah, but he's not around. We can arrange for something. I said, why would I arrange for it? Yeah, because I would like to take you out and treat you. The lady was very adamant and said, you know what? I do not appreciate this nonsense. If there's anybody you want to take out your wife. If this man was to come back and pursue this lady, the chances are minimum. But there are also high probability that he might not come back. But if this lady was to laugh it off sheepishly and say, ni wapi uko, Naivasha, what would be the results? Mwanja.
Ellie, I am not responsible for how you said one thing when the show was starting, that communication is very important. And I do agree with you 167.94%. However, one thing that we forget is that there's always communication and comprehension. Yeah, I might communicate and say, Godwin, I'll be coming to your place saa 3 mchana. Wewe leo kichwa yako wewe unasikia saa 3 usiku. How is it my problem that ulisikia saa 3 usiku na mimi mwenyewe nilisema saa 3 mchana? Alafu niambia ulisema saa 3 and then now you want to say it's mixed signals. It is not. It is not. And in this case, the story that you're telling us, Ellie, if she said it's smiling, that is not her business. James was telling me a story about some guy in his church. We all have that teacher. Even Noreen, wherever she is watching us from Germany, she knows. We had a teacher called Mr. Gondosio. Mr. Gondosio was always smiling and going like, Moja, kneel down. Moja will slap the hell out of you. And then you are smiling back like, I teacher. By the time I say, hey, Noreen will tell you. I went to high school with Noreen. She knows.
That guy was a narcissist.
You see?
He was
like,
toxic.
so he was... And then he goes like, Moja, you don't know my work. You know, Moja, just kneel down. I hit each other. You know, it is not... In this case, it is not his problem how I perceive that information. He's just created like that. James was also giving me an example of someone he knows who's always smiling in church. Pastor anasema, na leo tunakemea mapepo, and it's like, hayo mapepo katika jina. Yes. How is it? Sasa Mungu hawezi msikiza kwa sababu ana smile. Mungu hawezi msikiza bro. Mungu hawezi msikiza. Sasa msikiza bado. So whatever happens, if I smile, in this society, it's a society that really does not appreciate anything that women do. Anything I do is faulty. If I smile, I am suggesting something. If I frown upon it, I am just being a feminist. They call us toxic feminists. If I am calm and say, Ellie, please go and take your wife, I am a psychopath. So what do? I'll do what makes me comfortable.
Monja, there's something, you know, you're making this a women's problem. And I want to correct on that. Because even you can be here, maybe I'm trying to tell you something, suggesting, and you think I'm suggesting something, yet I'm totally doing something different. You know, you'll get me like, but Godi, you are doing this. I thought you wanted. Like, me, I was just taking you out as a friend. I was just taking you as a coffee. But you know, you can't just take me out for coffee.
Actually, Godi, I'm sorry to jump into your story. Let me tell you something, guys. And this is my personal experience. I'm naturally nice, and people take my niceness differently depending on how we interact. There are people, if I smile with them, they think it's beyond that screen smile or beyond that work smile. So the next time I'm asking them to do something that does not involve smiling, they feel offended that I'm being too tough with them. And I believe what we need to be discussing right now is then how do we improve our communication skills? Because that is really important in whatever relationship you are in. It is urgent and needed that we develop interpersonal relationship, that is important, but equally develop communication skills with people such that you can be able to tell the difference when events are changing. Is this a social discussion? Is this an official discussion? Is this person friendly? Is this person actually going beyond being friends? And that's something a lot of ladies unfortunately do not understand, or probably men never understand.
Exactly, Ellie. And that's what I was saying. You see, like for us men, you just take out a lady as a friend, and then the next thing we say anapenda madem. Imagine alikuwa ananiambia tuende coffee, and I'm like, it was just coffee. Si kwambia nakutaka, si kwambia nakukatia. You're just my friend, you know. So, but now you see, Moja is making like it's only women when you give wrong signals. Even you get wrong signals from us.
Godi, I want to take you back to when the show was starting in the first place. And you said, if I take you out for drinks, then it means we have to go home because I have to protect you. Because I've done the provision and I'm doing the protection part.
The caring part.
It depends with the circumstances.
So Ellie, please close the show. We go. Just end the show. Because these two people are confused. They don't even know what they're saying. And I'm going to answer you before you end the show, Ellie. Number one, you see, you asked something. So how can you put the boundaries? And I think one way is what we are doing right now. I keep telling you time and again that Art in Heart is a very important platform because you bring out topics that usually people don't speak about. People shy away from speaking about. So you see, like now in this engagement that we are having, at least at the end of the day, both of them, in as much as we are disagreeing on this particular topic alone, both of us have understood one thing today, maybe something. And earlier we should have this conversation on rape. Yeah, because there's so many people. I have friends who are in jail because they thought rape is ile unashika mtu hivi shingo na ni forceful, and then they go and then the law does its thing and then they're in prison and then they think the law was very unfair. One way we can do this is having platforms such as this, because now they understand that if you invite me and I come and I say no at first, I have the right to change my mind. And you don't have to question me. I can change my mind because one, I think we all know people who live with trauma, yes? And maybe something traumatic happens while we are still on our coffee date. For example, I see someone outside there who reminds me of someone who was an abuser to me. Forget about even a rapist, an abuser. Could be even my dad, could be even my brother. And then I feel like, you know what, James, I saw something that's a trigger to me. And I don't think me going home with you as earlier planned will work. I might go and I might lose my mind because one, I am going through this and that. But then, Ellie, these people do not allow us that opportunity. And by opportunity, I mean, there's a lot of stigma around this particular topic that makes it even so difficult for us to say, hey, I can't come with you because I just got a call from work, because always it will be looked at as an excuse that you had planned. If someone calls me and they say, Mwanja kuna show saa hizi, or hata nilikuwa nimesahau we had a show ya Art in Heart, and then nione call ya Godina, mimi nilikuwa nimepanga kwenda na James. You know, if I start telling James, oh my God, I had a show, he will not believe me. He will not believe me. And case in study, we had that situation with James last week. A friend of his had a birthday, and then he had invited us on a Tuesday. You remember? And then we were like, hey, tuko na baka firimbi. Alafu tunakumbuka, by the way, tuko na show. And now, when it comes to talk, The commitment. Now it's time to tell him. So just to say, and then and then finally he takes the call. I mean the phone, and then he makes that call. Did they believe us? They did not. So you see, in such like situations, people don't even believe it. They felt like we had created that particular show, and it's a show they have been following Ellie. And there's even one of them you invited for your show, and I'm the one who linked you up with them. And then they know, but they felt like, and this is, imagine a friendship. So put in mind, this is something that we are working on. He likes me. I am thinking whether I like him or not. He will not even believe me. So number one, these platforms. Number two, I think we need to have clear policies, yes, especially on things to do with this, because they say the policies down here are the ones that influence the policies up there, yes. From as little as a child telling you, I train my daughter that way. Mom, if you're uncomfortable, you are uncomfortable. No one should invalidate your discomfort. No one. Just speak up. Speak up, mama, speak up. And if you feel like you're not comfortable doing that, I am always here. Give me a call. She has a phone. She's only 8, but she has a phone. If you feel like I can speak louder than you can, just give me a call. That's another way. Let us educate our children, not only our girl children, even boy children, right from here. You see, the men here are speaking from how they grew up knowing, and all of us understand. Please wait. All of us understand that there are some practices in the African culture that we are really working on doing away with them. For example, FGM. You can't tell me, I saw my grandmother do it, so I'm going to practice it. Yet it is harmful. These are some of the harmful practices that we are supposed to do away with. If we start working on them right from the grassroots, they will most definitely influence the policy making up there.
Okay. There is something about Randy earlier panasema nyewe. At that point unasema no. Unasema uko na mtoi, si ndio? Hapo mwambia mom, if you're not comfortable, give me a call. Ama it's okay to say you're not comfortable. Ama I'm not okay here, si ndio? But unajua kama mwambia mtoto wako hivyo, umwambia tu poa. Unaelewa? Lakini on this scenario, like unaambia mtoto wako she's not comfortable. But now the facial expression, her tone, inakwambia yenyewe mtoto yenyewe ana joke. So unaona sisi kitu tunasumbuka, hatuna shida na nyinyi kusema no. But now inakuwa sometimes inakuwa like ironic. Unaelewa? Umesema no, but your face inatoka hujasema no. Unaelewa?
So James, I'm
still taking you to that house. Umesema tuende, si ndio? Tumefika tu kwa hiyo nyumba. Unaelewa? This is a place umesema nyewe we're not having this thing. Umelala tu hapo, mimi nimeenda bedroom. Usiku manane unapata like kwani nitalala peke yangu na niko you know, it's so seducing. Rude mambo amesema kweli hataki hizo story kabisa. But unapata kama mimi I can't sleep alone, niko so scared na nini, anataka ana force alale na wewe. Ameingia kwa hiyo kitanda yenyewe anaanza kujibu. Unaelewa? So if you are saying no, sema tu no. You don't need to kuona hizo ma facial expression like unafanya like una smile. Kama it's a no, it's a no. Kila mahali. Well, kama
okay. I get you, but let me just answer him. I'm sorry to cut you short. Like now, it's okay. That's what you're saying. So as a man, what do you think? This is what Ellie is saying. What do you think should be done for us to end the mixed signals? Because we spoke about this. You know, you even have friends who are in prison because they misinterpreted things. And one thing with relationships is we do not assume. Don't assume my actions. Babe, sijakuja kwa sababu nili assume bado uko job. No. You had the option of giving me a call, asking me, babe, uko wapi? Nikwambie, babe, niko moja one kwa kina Godi, but nakuja. You know, you had that option. You had the option of telling Ayana when you're saying, when Ayana is my daughter, when I'm saying, Ayana, when you're saying no, it's no, and it's no, and it's no, mean it, yes. So what else do you think should be done so that we can have these boundaries?
I think another sema hivi. I think for the ladies na wale wanaume. These people, when you smile with them, they will never joke with you, even if you say no. So
let me take it from this point. I want to agree with Moja to some extent, because now we're trying to look for a solution, because these are problems that are in the society, you know, and we've always misread signals and then we make conclusions because of what we saw on the face value, you know.
True.
And this is the thing. So if you're having, you know, there's that distinction, let's always give room to know that, you know, it's understanding, mutual understanding, because all of us have been raised up. We're trying to be modern at this point, you know, but we still hold on those cultural values, you know, and beliefs that as a man, this is what you're supposed to do. Because Mohanja, you can agree with me, there's some scenarios, maybe let's say you're with your boyfriend, and then he didn't do, he missed to do something, and you see the word you use, but you are a man, assuming just because he's a man, automatically he knows what he's supposed to do, but not knowing it's you who's supposed to try. You know, I feel this one, you did this wrong. Yes. You should have done it this way. But not, you've not told me what I'm supposed to do, but you're telling me you're a man. You should have known what you're supposed to do. You see, and that's the problem we have. And we find that we're in a setup where you've grown from a different background. I've grown from a different background. Whatever I grew up believing is right is not the same thing you grew up believing right. You know, and that's why you have to compromise. And you say like, you know, I was not brought up to be rude. As I want to decline your coffee, I don't want to be rude just to tell you, know, I'm coming, but just to tell you politely, as I know you had good intentions, but I don't think this is going to work. You know, and I should be in a position to understand. But from there she talked, it's good she honored the coffee. She came back, she was polite, and in as much as she smiled, and she was courteous enough to tell me, I know you mean well, but this is not going to work because of ABCD. And we leave that point knowing that we tried. This one we couldn't agree because of ABCD. Not because just because you came, it means automatically we agree. Or just because you went, it means you refuse. You know. So we've been brought up with believing in different values. So it's a matter of compromise. And how do you believe, or how do you understand it?
Thank you, guys. Let me just jump in and give also my angle to this. I will bring us to the common society that you and I come from. We are in a society whereby you go into a public transport that we refer to as matatus, and you happen to engage a lady into a conversation, and you are headed the same direction. When the tout is coming collecting the bus fare, the imaginary believe now it's your time to pay for that fare. And if you don't do that, then you are not a man enough. We live in a society whereby, when I was growing up, one thing that my dad was very serious about was how you communicate with one another, and especially if you are addressing him. You will come to him and say, Dad, you know, the teacher has sent us 5 shillings because tomorrow we have to go on a trip. He wouldn't give you that money. If you have to address him, look him into the eyes respectively and tell him, Dad, tomorrow we have a school trip and we've been requested to come with some, you know, spend cash here and there because we might need to spend it on ABCD on our way to the trip. Notice this, how you communicate is very important. Not only does it create a level of understanding such that things are clear, but it also creates respect. If a man and they are addressing a woman comes to you and you tell them, nishike pole pole, mimi ni bibi ya wenyewe, the next time they'll be shikaring you nguvu nguvu na kikwambia suliniambia wewe ni bibi ya wenyewe, and you will have nobody to blame. What am I trying to say? Simply put, our communication skills, both verbally and by means of body language, means a lot. So we cannot brush aside what we call, what James said, facial expression, and you know, the signals we give and giggles. Because if a girl comes and she's talking to me and doing her hands like this, I will call her a child. She's not my type. If a lady comes, speaks to me straightforward into my eyes, I would want to take her on a second, third, or a fourth date because she has marked her price. And I'm not putting it in terms of value of money, but I'm talking about value of who she is as a person. Muhonja, tufungie na siasa yako na tuende mahali tulikuwa tunaenda.
Sinanga siasa ni ile you people misinterpret and misunderstand me simply because I bear the name feminist. Yeah, I think that's one good thing. And Henry, this calls up for a serious conversation in terms of the education system also, because you can bear with me that it's very hard to teach an old dog new tricks. You're a dog person, you know that, yeah? And I think if we start teaching our children right from when they are young, right from as young as 2 years, working in nursery. When we were young, there used to be these songs that we used to sing when we were little. These are my private parts. You know, even as I've grown up, I usually sing that song, and it reminds me that no one should touch them, no one should see them, no one should play with them. No one should feel them. Exactly, yeah. So if yes. So if we initiate a conversation through platforms such as Art in Heart and approach even the Ministry of Education with the same and say, hey, in as much as we are doing the CBC, can we teach our children things that are called communication skills? Because even if I come to apply for a job at your place, Eddie, the first thing you'll be looking at is my body language. Am I just coming there because I need this job? Or am I just passionate about this job? And then we bring in the aspect of girl and boy relationship or any other relationship that people can accommodate in this case, yeah? And then we say, if you are saying no, this is how you say no, with a firm and strong no. You don't have to shout, you don't have to throw things, you don't have to throw tantrums. If you're saying yes, this is how you do it. And right from childhood, as they grow up, remember, we're not only educating the girls alone, even the boys. So that I keep saying we can't empower the women pekeake and forget the boys, because we're empowering the women and then releasing them back to the people who are not empowered. So that's a problem in itself, yeah? So these children are being taught wakiwa pamoja, so they grow up knowing if James approaches me and I say no, he will sing that song. He will remember that class in class nursery about communication and look at Mwanja and say, oh, Mwanja means yes. And in this case, Mwanja means no. And Godi will also look at James trying to convince me, coerce me and say, bro, unakumbuka ile nursery school anthem yenye tuliimba? And then James will be like, okay, yeah, I remember. So all in all, I think boundaries are very important in any relationship and any friendship, and even at work, very important. And we should learn that. We should practice that all the time. We should even say, hey, hata ukinipatia kikombe, Africans have this thing of we don't know how to say no. Si ucheka wazungu because we feel white people are too direct. If a white person does not like the chocolate you give them, they will say, no, I don't like it. But for us, we have been trained to say, I like it, but and then akishaenda tunaanza
I was offered coffee with one person one time, and when I was drinking the coffee, it was one of the worst coffees I did. I smiled, and when they walked away, went to the sink, drained it down the sink. But then again, let's learn how to communicate. On behalf of James Wasonga, aliniambia anaendelea kusonga mbele. Tumalize show. Thank you so much for coming on tonight. We have, of course, Muhonja, the African queen, I will call her tonight. Amevaa map ya Africa na yeye, she's very, very vocal when issues pertaining men and women, especially when you talk about sexual violence and, you know, all these violences that we experience at home. She talks about it loudly and clearly when it comes to those issues and articulating them. Of course, the one and soon to become Mr. Lawyer Advocate himself, thank you so much for making it to the show. It has been a pleasure having you and everybody that made it possible in the comment section. I see Princess Ola, wewe leo ndio umeshikilia hapo comment section. Boniface Witaba, thank you so much for stepping in tonight. Noreen, hata kama ulikuwa unaingia ukicheka peke yake tunashangaa ni nini unasema. And of course, Jekita, for your comment that was very, very ilifanya nani Monja akatoa gloves zake akakuja hands on. Thank you so much for your contributions and everybody else that watched and shared this conversation. What you're gonna do for us is share it, subscribe, and make sure to follow all these guys on their social channels. That is Muhonja Africa with a K, James Wesonga, ama ni Anasonga, Wasonga, Mali Anasonga hatujui ni wapi, and of course, Godwin Segero. My name is Likuyani Eli. Until next week on My Perspective, and this Thursday on The Perspective. Friday we have Easter edition. See you then. Good night and God bless you. Situonane wase.
You know you.
Ah!